Welcome to my presentation on factors that motivate foreign language teachers in Romania. My name is Liliana Salin and I hope you will enjoy it. Research shows that the degree of teachers' motivation within the first years of their career anticipates teachers' behavior within a period of 8 years of teaching. Motivation deals with reasons people engage into an activity, the persistence with that activity, and the energy they spend on it. We know that teaching is an emotionally demanding profession. Therefore, understanding factors that motivate education staff can increase the quality of the instruction. At the end of this presentation, you will find out what are the main factors that motivate people to enter into teaching, the challenges of teachers today, and recommendations for future practice. This presentation incorporates problem statement, literature review, research objectives, data collection and data analysis, main findings, conclusions, and recommendations. In Romania, there is a downward among the number of teachers. Since 2000, many teachers have emigrated abroad. One of the main causes of this shortage is the modest salary. In Europe, teachers' salaries are 40 times bigger than in Romania. However, the attitude of Romanian teachers is positive. Data from an international survey shows that 90% of teachers are satisfied by their job. Only 5% of Romanian teachers consider that their profession is stressing a lot. Those conflicting numbers have triggered my interest. Why do people enter into teaching? Why do Romanian teachers are satisfied? And to what extent the motivation of Romanian teachers is different from their European colleagues? Research on teachers' motivation is wealthy. In Australia, Canada, Europe, and Romania, people enter into teaching to contribute to the development of the young generation and make a social contribution. In the Caribbean, Brunei, and Jamaica, extrinsic factors such as salary or job security are the main incentives to enter into teaching. Cross-cultural comparison on teachers' motivation is not straightforward without a valid theoretical framework. The development of the factors influencing teaching choice scale by Watt and Richardson in 2007 extended the perspectives on teachers' motivation. Factors influencing teaching choice contain several motivational factors. Socialization influences, which examines teachers' prior positive learning or teaching experiences, the influences from their families or friends. Task demand claims that teaching is a demanding job. Task return evaluates the opportunities teaching provides. Intrinsic values examine intrinsic factors. Social utility value consider teachers' desire to make a contribution and shape youth's values. Finally, teaching as a fallback career claims that people enter into teaching as an additional option because they were not accepted into other jobs. There are some gaps in relation to teaching motivation research in Romania. Previous studies focused on the relationship between teachers' motivation and job satisfaction, the level of stress or working environment. They do not target teaching motivation specifically. Those studies are of a quantitative nature. However, it is also important to consider what teachers' own beliefs are, their attitudes and opinions. Research conducted in Romania does not follow a theoretical framework to enable cross-country comparison. To fill those research gaps, the factors influencing teaching choice will be validated in the Romanian context. This mixed method study sought to understand the main factors that motivate foreign language teachers in Romania. It takes into account some variables such as participants' age, working experience, and geographical location. The general objective of this study is to reach a comprehension of the issues regarding the motivation, satisfaction, and challenges of foreign language teachers in Romania. Four specific research objectives were established. Identify the main factors that motivate foreign language teachers in Romania. Determine whether and to what extent there are differences between rural and urban language teachers' motivation. Determine whether and estimate to what extent there are differences in terms of the motivational degree between young or mature and beginner or experienced language teachers. Suggest recommendations on teacher practice. To address the research objectives, a mixed method strategy was adopted. A combination of the interviews and questionnaire survey narrowed down the research objectives. I conducted a minor investigation through four semi-structured interviews in order to collect background information about foreign language teachers' motivation. Qualitative data allowed me to identify specific variables which were used in the second stage, questionnaire survey. 103 questionnaires were completed online by Romanian foreign language teachers. Interview data were used to answer the first research question, while survey data were used to observe how motivational factors are distributed among different groups. Within this research, interview data were analyzed separately using thematic analysis method. Firstly, interviews were transcribed, pre-coded, and coded. Then, new themes were developed. I interpreted the data and drew conclusions. The table shows the transcription of the first interview, the final codes, and themes. Survey data were analyzed in Google Sheets using descriptive statistics and inferential statistics. Later, survey data were numerically transformed. Emergent themes from the interviews were classified according to the factors influencing teaching choice scale. Interview participants are motivated by their prior learning and teaching experiences, the rewards teaching provides, their passion for foreign languages or for teaching, their desire to furnish a service to the community, to make a social contribution or work with children. However, they are demotivated by online teaching. A cross-cultural comparison showed that Romanian teachers like Spanish and Australian teachers are motivated by the desire to work with children and make a social contribution. Unlike Norwegian, Romanian teachers are less motivated by the salary, social status, or opportunities teaching provides. In addition, in Spain, Norway, Australia, and Romania, teaching is evaluated as a first career choice, unlike Turkey and China, where people enter into teaching because they were not accepted into other professions. Survey data are almost similar to the interview data. Thus, the desire to shape youth values and make a social contribution are the main motivational factors among Romanian foreign language teachers. However, satisfaction with the salary scored less. In addition, Romanian teachers are motivated by their previous positive learning experiences. Against my expectations, rural and urban foreign language teachers do not significantly differentiate in relation to motivation degree or motivation type. Rural teachers are motivated more by extrinsic, intrinsic factors and by the opportunities teaching provides, while urban teachers scored higher on teaching as a fallback career. Participants' age and teaching experience marginally determine the type of motivation. These bar charts represent the distribution of motivational factors according to participants' age and teaching experience. Important differences were noticed among the experienced groups. For instance, teachers having an experience of 25 to 31 years of teaching are more motivated by the desire to work with youths than their 39-45 years colleagues. Not surprisingly, Teachers stated that online teaching imposed by the COVID-19 pandemic decreased their level of motivation. Novice teachers, in particular, consider online teaching to be a challenge, while experienced participants feel more confident teaching remotely. In relation to the participants' age, 54-59 years teachers are more motivated by the possibility to make a social contribution than their young colleagues. On the other hand, young teachers are motivated by their learners' achievements. Mature teachers acknowledge the importance of their prior learning experiences and agree that teaching is a rewarding job. In conclusion, in this research, foreign language teachers are motivated more by intrinsic and altruistic factors than by extrinsic and personal utility factors. Teaching geographical zone does not significantly determine the degree and types of teachers' motivation. Young or beginner participants are more motivated by their student performance, while mature or experienced teachers are motivated by altruistic factors. This research suggests some practical recommendations. Education leaders should establish systems which motivate teachers and attract graduates to enter into teaching by offering more opportunities for professional and personal development. The government should allocate financial investments and improve the teachers' working conditions. Teachers need emotional support, especially when facing new changes or challenges. Extrinsic factors such as salary, job security, or social status should be increased. This research has filled the literature review research gap on teachers' motivation in Romanian context using a qualitative methods to examine participants' motivation. It has validated a reliable research tool, factors influencing teaching choice scale in Romanian context. In addition, two new variables were introduced: mutual relationship factor, which evaluates the relationship between students' achievement and teachers' motivation, and online teaching, which examines the impact of remote teaching on teachers' motivation. The issue of teachers' motivation needs particular attention. Especially, it is important to lobby the government to consider the problems in education, ameliorate the working conditions of teachers, and elevate their social status. As suggested by Guy Kawasaki, if you have to put someone on a pedestal, put teachers. They are society heroes. Society relies on teachers. Every new generation is educated by teachers. Motivation is one of the main forces that encourages teachers to do their best, be confident, and enjoy their job. Those are my references. Thank you for listening. I hope you enjoyed my presentation. I'm looking forward to answer your questions.